This series is presented by Verizon, who are honored to give more to those who give the most.
Well, you young Americans.
Dear young Americans.
If I had advice to give to young Americans today, I would say,
the future is going to be in your hands.
Dear young Americans.
Find some way to serve your community and your country.
Dear young American.
Make sure that you are physically and mentally strong.
One of the things as a Special Forces team member, a Green Beret, we picked somebody that was going to be our bodyguard that could help us learn how to live and be with us in the jungle, that we could trust. And Deo and I developed a tremendous relationship. He was my 15-year-old bodyguard. When I was shot and I couldn't walk anymore, and Deo had been shot in the leg and he couldn't carry me anymore, but he wouldn't let me go. He dragged me as we continued to fight in that battle. And Deo saved my life. He threw himself on top of me when a rocket was coming in, and he was killed. Dear young Americans, there's two life lessons that I really try to focus on with young people, and one of them focused on a saying that we had in Vietnam, that to really live, you must almost die. To those that fight for it, life has a meaning the protected will never know. So if you want to really live, start living by, and really living, by learning what it means to deny yourself to be able to help somebody else. And you don't have to wear a uniform to be fighting, because those of us who wear uniforms and fight in the war and fight battles, we realize that the battle is not really out here. The battle is first fought, and it's won or lost in our hearts and in our minds. That's where we fight the battle. You fight that battle in your heart and your mind, and you have to decide, what is the right thing to do? What is it that I need to do? And then you make that decision. But if you're able to step out of your comfort zone, you will have a meaning to life that those who are protected, those who stay in their comfort zone, those who want to stay safe, they'll never know that meaning to life. Consequently, they will never really live because they've never learned to die to themselves. The other life lesson was that I've learned, and Deo taught me, that there's a big difference between success in life and significance. Success is something that's really important, but the biggest disappointment is finally achieving what it is that you're going after and realizing that it's not enough, that there's still this emptiness inside, that there's something missing. And I believe what is missing is significance. Significance happens when you start to do something for somebody else, when you make a difference in another person's life. That's true significance. And that far surpasses any successes that you will have in life. Every single one of us, every young person, even at 12 or 13 years old, has the talents and the abilities to make a significant difference in someone else's life just by being there for that person, caring for that person, giving them some encouragement, motivating them, telling them that you care. Those are the skills that you need in order to be significant in someone else's life. And those are the skills that I try to instill in young people. I think that the most important thing that you can do in your life is to realize that you have a purpose, that you were created for a reason, that you're unique, that nobody else can fulfill that purpose that you were created for. And if you can find that purpose will give you a hope. And that hope will give you the motivation to live each day. I think one of the things that over the years that I've been able to focus on that's helped me to deal with the guilt and the anger and the hurt from losing Dale is I have a memory now of I was lying on my side and he had his arm in my arm and he would just be dragging me as we continued to fight. And there'd be times when I'd kind of go unconscious or I'd just want to quit. There'd be times when he would want to quit, but we would just look at each other and we would smile and we would encourage one another, going, we can do this, we can do this. So the sight that I have is just looking in the face of this young boy as he's carrying me and giving each other encouragement. That young boy, Dale, there was a battle going on at Doc Siang, but the first battle he fought was in his heart and his mind. And he had to fight that battle and say, I made a promise to this man. Do I stay with him? Is my love for him greater than my fear of dying? And he fought that battle and he won.